What's up, everybody? My name's Parasite. Welcome back to the Jose Mourinho Challenge with Sporting. Today we take on Real Madrid in the Champions League group stage. In our group, we've got Real Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, and St. Gallen. So, pretty tough pot 3 team with Leverkusen in there, but it was one of the easier pot 4 teams we could have got with St. Gallen, so that should be a pretty comfortable victory. But today we're taking on Real Madrid, and then we're taking on Porto away from home in the league. We have reached the end of the transfer window. We're towards the end of September. We played a couple months since the Super Taco win. We did not make any more business, anything really of any note. We brought in a right back for the B team and sold a youth player that threw up a big fuss, and I just didn't want him around anymore. Made a profit on him, so get out of my club. He didn't have much potential anyway, so might as well sell him. Nothing significant, though, but the results have been pretty good for the most part. We started off fantastically well. So after that Super Taco 3-0 win over Benfica, we then played Boavista to start the season, beat them 2-0. Sesco and Carno with early goals. Guimaraes, 4-0. Polina, Bruno Thiago brace, Pedro Gonçalves with a goal. Estoro Praia, 5-0. Oscar Gonzalez getting a goal. He's been in pretty good form. He's been pretty good for us so far this season. I think he's already scored more goals this season than he did all of last season. Franjic also with a goal. Ugarte, Quintana, and Niakate getting his first goal for the club. Portamonense 3-0. Oscar Gonzalez, there he is with the brace. And Luca Connor with the goal. Milicao, 4-0. Bruno Thiago hat-trick, Inacio goal. Aruca, 4-0. Luca Connor, Oscar Gonzalez, another brace. And Gonzalo Estevez got his first goal for the club. So you can see we've been doing pretty well, and we've not been conceding. In the league, at least. I think up to this Maritimo match, we did lose our last game, which is annoying, but up until this Maritimo match, I think it was 13 games without conceding in the league, like with the end of last season and the beginning of this season. That's a ridiculous run. So we did beat Maritimo 1-0 thanks to an own goal. This is kind of where things started to go wrong a little bit, but also with this Leverkusen match, we drew 0-0 away from home against Leverkusen. With, if we want to win a Champions League, we should probably be smashing Leverkusen away from home still. Or maybe not smashing, but we should be winning. And we weren't that good. We just weren't that very good. So neither were they, but 0-0 is probably a fair result. And then the Maritimo match, 1-0 is only because of an own goal. We had, 12 shots on target and scored 0 goals. And then in the Taça de Liga, the Allianz Cup, we won 4-2. Completely rotated like a C team. Still won 4-2. Mateus Pereira, the left back, scored a penalty. Quintana brace, Tomas goal. But then this match, Pacos de Ferreira, it has to, it must be, written into the code of the game that it has to happen at least once every single season. We absolutely destroyed them. We still actually haven't conceded a goal that the opposition have actually scored. It was an own goal in the 9th minute. But we absolutely destroyed them. 29 shots. 17 on target. And we scored 0 goals. Their goalkeeper played a 9. Made 17 saves. I want you to look at this guy. This guy made 17 saves. 13 reflexes, 13 one-on-ones, 11 anticipation, 10 command of area. He's not good. He is not very good, but he made 17 saves. That is just ridiculous. I don't understand why it just always happens. And of course, the majority were headers, even though we had the shortest team we could almost put out there with Thiago, Quintana, and Gonzalez up top. And I've told every single player that I possibly can to cross less, and it doesn't seem to matter. 85% of our shots on target were headers. I don't know what to do. I'm telling them to work the ball into the box. I'm telling them to cross less, and it just doesn't matter. So frustrating. Start the season well, just like we seem to do every single season, but we always find this little stretch, and of course it happens right before we play Real Madrid. So, yeah, that's not great. And then Porto, another tough game. So, yeah, we're going to have to completely turn things around and actually take our chances if we have any chance, against Real Madrid especially. So the team we're going for this one, we've got a couple injuries. Ruan and Franjic are both injured. They both would have started today, but they're injured, so that sucks. So we're going to have to go with a couple backup center backs for us, one of which is going to be Polina. He's going to have to play center back because I feel like I need to play this 5 at the back. We are at home, but it's still Real Madrid. And for the most part, this is done well against big teams, both at home and away. So I'm going to go with it. So Inacio, Polina, and Niakate are going to start at center back. Means Digne and Gusto at the fullbacks. Nunez, Weigl comes in that center mid defend role. Gonzalez and Mazzala. And then we're going to go with Carna and Sesco up top. Thiago's just coming back from an injury. He says he can play 75 minutes, but Sesco and Carna are both in pretty good form as well. So I feel fine with starting them It just means we have a really good player to bring off the bench if one of them's not having much of a game. Other bench options, Tabata, Santos, Ugarte, Bergancha Estevez, and Eric Dyer as the center back because we have no other center backs pretty much. We have Simao Suarez, but I trust Dyer a little bit more, especially in the Champions League. So if we have to bring one on, it would be him. But yeah, I don't know what to expect today. I mean, we just had 17 shots and couldn't score a single goal against a bad team with a bad goalkeeper. So anything can really happen. We might score 5. We might concede 5.
Where do you need to improve after a disappointing outing against Pacos de Ferreira last time?
It's a pretty common issue, actually. We just need to take our chances. We had more than enough against Pacos de Ferreira, and we didn't take any of them. That's not going to cut it today.
Both teams carry some good recent form into this match. How confident are you?
I'm anticipating a real struggle. We know how good they are, and what it's going to take for us to get something today.
What is the thinking behind a sudden change in tactical style during what has been a good run of form?
If you don't act, then you have to react. I think it's proactive to be doing this right now. And we've used it in this competition before to pretty good success. I'm hoping for more of that today. 9.5 minutes in, Real Madrid has a flurry of chances to start this game, and that might be a sending off. Alaba might just have got himself sent off. That looked like a sending off challenge. And it is. Real Madrid, after less than 10 minutes, are down a man. 33 minutes in, we've got another highlight. I have actually changed systems. We had Polini at center back, so I could play him in the midfield, and that's what I'm doing. I'm playing a 4-3-1-2. So Gonçalves has gone to attacking midfielder, and we've got a midfield trio of Weigl, Polina, and Mateus Nunez. I think we need to be more attacking, and it looks like it might have resulted in a goal. If he's onside, we take the lead. And I think he's going to be onside. I mean, that's, of course, I want that to happen. I'm hopeful, but is it? It is. We get the first goal. I think the change was the right thing to do. I'm also playing our more possession-style system. Look to be a little bit of attacking. Looking to hold control of the ball and dominate the match on our own terms. We're up a man. We should be able to do that, even against Real Madrid. A kickoff highlight for Real Madrid, though. They're going to look to attack. They've got Lamptey at left back. They've got some interesting players. Lamptey at left back. Murray, who's like either English or Northern Irish or something. I can't remember exactly. He's from UK or Ireland. They got Kimmich, Bernardo Silva, Calvert-Lewin. That's a weird freaking Real Madrid team. Who's there? Alexander Isak? I don't know. But we're going to look to play from the back, and we're going to look to see if we can score another goal right from their kickoff. Lucas Dean taking his time on the ball. We're going to go back to Inacio in Mateus Nunez. Ball up for Luca Carna. He's not going to quite get there. Militao gets there first, but a bad clearance. We're going to pick it up. Sesko, Weigl, ball through. Pedro Gonçalves, 17 finishing, and he shows it off. We score, then there's a kickoff, and we score again. It's 2-0. We should be good from here on out. So we go into halftime with a 2-0 advantage. It fully deserved. I think almost all of their chances were before the sending off. Since then, we have dominated the match, and it's shown on the scoreboard. Let's get into the second half. 58 minutes in, Real Madrid have had a chance, but it didn't get it on target, so we're going to look to attack now. Play it back to Harazo, who has developed amazingly the past couple of months. He is looking really good. Sesko, through on goal, also really good, but didn't quite show it this time. Right into the hands of Courtois. About 68 minutes in, getting ready to make a change, but we'll see what happens here. Niakate puts the ball in. Inacio gets the header. Inacio, I'm actually a little worried about Inacio because his contract is running out at the end of next year, and right now he's not willing to negotiate. He says he wants to leave at the end of his deal. Doesn't see that, like, there's no notifier that he's considering his options or leaving at the end of his contract, anything like that. Like, even if I looked in his information, there's no negatives in there at all. But when I try to offer him a contract, he says he wants to leave at the end of his deal. So I'm a little worried. I upped his playing time expectation to star. I'm trying to play him every single game possible just to see if I can keep him happy and give him a new contract because I do not want to lose Inacio. He's really good, and I don't think we can get as good of a player to replace him. So, yeah, I'm going to do everything I can to keep him here, but there is a decent chance we might need to sell him at the beginning of next year. But we would not be selling Luca Carna because he is a monster. And he gets another goal. It's 3-0 now, 73 minutes in. We can take off the big hitters, and we can just rest and go home happy. After that last goal, I pulled everything back, stopped pressing, pulled everything back, and so it looks like we're just going to see this game out at 4-0. I'm okay with that. We don't end up getting the possession lead, but we just destroyed them. They didn't do much after the sending off. I mean, you do have to feel pretty hard done by Real Madrid getting a sending off that early, but we've had that happen to us so many freaking times in this series that it's about time we're on the right end of it.
How big is this result given the wider context?
It's a huge result. We played the matches that need to be played in our style and showed everyone what we're capable of. Yes, we may have gotten a little bit fortunate with the sending off, but we still had to be good. I would say Real Madrid with 10 men are still better than a lot of teams with 11 men.
That was a really impressive performance even considering your recent form, right?
I'm happy with the way we're playing. More results like this would be very welcome.
Are you looking to give your players a rest day after such an impressive performance?
We have to try to build momentum from this result, and at times, that demands harder work on the training ground rather than time off. If we can play like this with some consistency, then maybe they can get that kind of reward. Of course, it's Luca Carno with man of the match. I don't think we could have spent that $124 million any better, to be honest. He has shown up today, and he's shown that he is worth that kind of money. He is so good. All right, next we've got Porto. We got 5 days. We need to kind of repeat that performance. They're probably not going to have another sitting off, but we need to take our chances like we did against Real Madrid. All right, now it's time to play Porto. We are playing our 4-3-3, but we are playing our little bit more reserved, higher tempo version. In terms of squad, we're going full strength. There's an international window after this, so there's no reason not to. Going with our main strike partnership, Carna, Thiago, Sesko. Looks like it could be really good. It has been good so far. Nunez and Gonzalez in the midfield, with Palhinha going back to his defensive midfielder role. Digne and Gusto at fullbacks. Inacio and Niakate at center back. And then Horazzo at net. We were talking about how we might not be able to keep Inacio. It's not going to be the same thing for a couple more of our key players. We have signed some new deals. One of them is Horazzo. He actually had 2 years left on his contract, but with how fast he's currently improving, I feel like if we waited till next year, he might be wanting double of what we gave him right now. I think right now we gave him like a 71K a week. I think if we would have waited till the end of the season, if he continued to develop like he has so far, it'd be 150 plus. So I thought it made sense to get the deal done now. 5-year deal, lock him up. He was on 5, so that's a pretty big increase, but still, I think it could have been a lot bigger. The other player we signed was Daniel Weigl. His contract is actually running out at the end of next year, so I felt it was more important to get his deal done. I can't remember exactly how much we gave him. 60s or something like that? 70. Right, 70K as well. Terrazzo 71. Is that right about that? 73. Okay, close enough. So Weigl got 70, a little bit more than I'd like to give him, considering he's not as good of a player as Terrazzo or as an important key player, starter, or anything like that, but he's still got a bunch of potential, and he's still a really good player, so I had to make sure I kept him around. That's what he wanted. We've got plenty of money. Money's not an issue. But winning is going to be an issue, and winning against Porto always seems to be an issue. Hopefully we can play like we did against Real Madrid. We can be clinical. We can not have 17 shots on target and not score any of them. I don't know. We've got our prime strike partnership, though. We should be okay. There's going to be an immediate highlight. We're 24 seconds in, and it looks like it's being a goal kick for Porto. He collects the ball, and he's probably going to look to go long. I'm assuming that. He might go short. He's got the option to do it. He does go short to Martinez, and they're going to look to build from the back. All right, interesting to know how they're going to play. They're going to look to be really aggressive, trying to get the ball forward as quick as possible, or if they're going to try to play their game. See if they think they can actually, control the game against us. We should be the better team, but Porto are still no slouches. They haven't got off to the best start to the league season, but they're still not doing too bad. They get the ball out to Oliveira. Going to go back to Pochettino, back to Oliveira. Oh, nice little turn. Little extravagant, but he's got flair. We can say that. About 10.5 minutes in, pretty even start to the game so far. We've yet to be able to get a shot on target, but we're doing all right. Possession's not too significant for either side. They've got it slightly, but we've got the ball now looking to attack. Carna finds Mateus Nunez, through on goal, but he hits it right into the hands of David Raya. He does well to get down in time to get to it, but Nunez has got to put that in the corner. We're going to see the ensuing corner, though. Nunez is going to put it to the back post. It's going to go over everyone. I thought there might have been a push. There sometimes is in that kind of situation. But Sesko does pick it up, goes to Inacio, Palhinha, Pedro Gonzalez, Niakate, and that's how the highlight ends. But another highlight's going to begin right after it. I just reminded myself, I need to put long throws on with Niakate. He has 18 long throws. I need to take advantage of that. I've got short throws as my kind of primary stuff, just because most of our players can't do long throws, but he hits it over. We nearly score a goal anyways. 25 minutes, we've got another corner. Mateus Nunez, back post again. Heads away by Tony Martinez. But Inacio looks like he's going to get there to pick it up. We have been the better team to start this game, but still not getting enough shots on target. 6 shots, 2 on target. Not testing their goalkeeper enough, but they've done nothing. They have basically no XG. Sesko, he hits the crossbar. Can we get any unluckier? Might be the last highlight of the first half. 41 minutes in, and it's going to be Porto. Helenia is through on goal. We're getting him back. He doesn't have much support right now, but it's going to come. But he's looking to go himself. Horazzo knocks it down, picks it up. And we might look to build... Okay, never mind. Okay, there is going to be another highlight, though. 42 minutes in. They're going to throw it in. It's going to be starting with Porto, down this left-hand side. Politano. We haven't seen a throw-in for us since we put in on long throws. Malagusto does well to intercept, though. We've got a chance. We've got 3 strikers up there. Got plenty of men in the box. He's just got to find them. And pull back to Sesko. Back to Gusto. Back to Sesko. Really good position right now. Back post. Oh, Luca Carna hits it wide. Come on. So we're going to go at halftime 0-0. Even though we've had 11 shots to their 4. We still have the same amount of shots on target. They've been pretty good at putting their shots on target. There's not high XG chances. No half or clear-cut chances for them. We have 2 half chances. We need to be doing better. Corner, 57 minutes in. Mateus Nunes, back post. And I think there's probably an offside there. I don't know. It'll be interesting. We hit it back across goal. Luca Carna hits it into basically an empty net. But was Luca Carna offside? I think there's a decent chance he was. And he was. It's disallowed. Actually, Niakate was offside. He must have been in the way of the goalkeeper or something. Let's see this. No. I guess he's in the way of the... Wait. He's not in the way of the goalkeeper. Can you be offside and in the way of a defender? Is that a thing? I know it's a thing for a goalkeeper, but I don't know if it's a thing for a defender. Because he didn't try to go for the ball or anything. So, how is that offside? Deep free kick. Lucas Dean is going to get hit right back to Rea, and they're going to look to attack. They're going to be flooding men forward. Pinto on the ball. He's going to put it back all the way back to Politano, into Pinto, and they're going to have to build it something slowly. We've got men back now. We're going to look to intercept again. Sesko. We're doing really well intercepting the ball from the defenders, but we're not taking advantage of it until now. Bruno Thiago, he hadn't had a great game up till this point, but all it needs is one opportunity. He got over 40 goals last season. We know what he can do in front of goal, and he shows it off there. It took about 70 minutes, but we finally have a goal. Just 2 minutes later, we've got a free kick. Lucas Dean into the middle, gets headed away, but Niakate is going to pick it up. Not the ideal person you want the ball to out there, but he's going to go back to Bragança. He's come on at a defensive midfielder role, just as a deep line playmaker. Polina wasn't playing well. Thought we might need a little bit more creativity, so I brought him on. Mateus Nunes, back post, Sesko. Of course, another header hit over. All right, 4 minutes of added time. We've gone to a 5 at the back just to hold on to this lead. I mean, we've been the much better team. A goal here for Porto would be completely unjust, and they'd steal a point. But I think we're going to be all right. 4 minutes. They haven't done much. We've got 5 at the back now. We should be okay. Let's see this out, please. I don't want to highlight. Game, I don't want to highlight. It's going to be a throw-in. Bruno Thiago's going to be on the ball. And going to go back to Mateus Nunes. Oh, no, Mateus. Do not lose the ball there. I told the team to lower the tempo and everything just to kind of hold on to the ball and try to not give them the ball back, but we don't want that to happen. Weigl, I might take this off because that is not looking good. And we're going to give the ball away. Oliveira has a chance to give him a point in a massive save by Giovanni Herrazzo. Okay, I don't like that low tempo at all. Let's go slightly higher because I do not like that. I think I'm okay with everything else, but yeah, not a big fan of what I just saw. They're going to have a corner, so they're going to have a chance. I'm sure they're throwing about everyone forward. 1 minute left. Near post, headed on by Pedro Gonçalves. They're going to pick it up. We've got so many men back still. Torreira going to go inside to Lionheart, and he's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. I don't know about that one. Dave Raya is pretty far out of his goal, but he's going to look to spread it out to the right-hand side. Yankto looking for Oliveira. Simão Suarez on the pitch as a center back. Really our only option. Pedro Gonçalves back to Herrazzo. And he gives it away. No. Yankto. I do not like this. They've done nothing all game, and suddenly they're just all forward attacking our goal. It's going to be a corner. This is probably going to be it. I think they're going to have to score from this to have any chance. And we're not even going to see the highlight. Very nervy into the game. But we get the result we wanted. 1-0 win away from home, and it was deserved. We still only had 1 more shot on target than them, even though we had 11 more shots. So we still need to be better about getting our number of shots on target that we should and converting those shots on target to goals. But for the most part, I thought it was a pretty decent performance. 2 half chances, 2 clear-cut chances. We were definitely the better team. So it wasn't a comfortable win, but it was still a win. And that's what's most important, especially against teams like Porto. And we got another clean sheet. That's always nice. The opposition still haven't scored on us in the league yet so far this season. The only goal that's scored against us has been an own goal by Gonçalo Estevez. So we're doing really well defensively to start this season. I'm really happy with that. In terms of when we're going to come back, I think it's going to be for St. Gallen. I like to show every team in the group at least once. So definitely going to come back for the St. Gallen match. In terms of who else we're going to play, could be Braga, could be Belenenses. I don't know. Let's have to wait and see. See how things kind of work out. But definitely going to come back for St. Gallen. So expect that next episode. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.